Hello, I'm David Denton and welcome to this final video for my channel. As you've probably seen in the thumbnail and in the title, I've decided to leave YouTube. Now, I've got a list of things here to talk about because you know what I'm like. There's no way I'll get through this without having a list in front of me. So I'll explain my reasoning. It is to do with copper, but copper was more the catalyst rather than the main reason. Because now, kind of found out that copper's not really an issue for us, because now the magical up to $42,000 has come out that was always really there, but it was never ever said, which just baffles me completely why YouTube wouldn't have put out there that it was up to $42,000 and not just a blanket fine of $42,000. I think it would just created a real panic amongst people, me included as well, really. The thought that you're going to get slapped with a fine like that on your channel for virtually nothing's a bit harsh. But copper is going to be aimed at sort of the bigger channels who are making loads of money from exploiting this. And so as a small channel, we haven't really got much to fear. I mean, I suppose there could be some false positives that happen and odd things might go on, but it's doubtful. But anyway, so copper's kind of drifted away now, it feels like. But the thing is, while the copper situation was going on, I was thinking, what would I do if I didn't have YouTube? What would that look like for me? What would I be able to do? And so I started looking into things. I looked into transferring my videos across to Vimeo, and despite having a smaller user base, I actually think that Vimeo's a better fit for me, because supposedly the statistics have shown that people on Vimeo, the general audience on Vimeo, like things that are more in depth. And I think that's been one of the problems with my channel for a long time, is that I am very in depth. Like, one painting can take many videos to do, and there's that certain level of commitment there for people watching it. And I think people on Vimeo are probably more willing to do that. Whereas I know on YouTube, looking at my watch time, there are people, and you know who you are, who watch my videos and enjoy them. But a lot of people just come along and watch a tiny little bit and then probably skip to the end, see the end result of what I've done that time, and then that's it. So I think Vimeo is actually a better fit for me, in that hopefully people will watch more of it and enjoy the more in-depth things that I do, because yeah, I'm definitely not a quick fix kind of guy. There's a lot of work goes into my paintings. So the other thing I thought was that basically I'm not good enough. Which may seem a bit harsh, but I'm not good enough for what I want to do as an artist. I can't do portraits, I can't do figures. When I'm drawing and painting things, the way that I'm seeing light and things on forms isn't there yet. I need to work more on that. So I thought what I'd be doing if I wasn't making videos was more learning those and spending time on actually becoming a better artist, which is obviously something that I want to do. So that was something else that appealed to me quite a lot, to spend a lot of time actually almost doing like the art degree style thing, because I haven't got an art education. So I think that's what I want to do, to spend time actually doing that and to almost create my own art degree that's tailored purely towards me. So I'll be doing things like master studies and form studies, portraits, figures, all those sorts of things that I want to do, along with sort of painting my normal paintings. But I'll be spending less time on that, I think, and more time on improving my skills. I also thought I'd be able to spend more time on my website and get all my videos onto my website in some way, so that, well, one of the problems that I've got with YouTube is that at any time they can just shut your channel down for virtually, it seems like, no reason. You see some of these horror stories where people just get their channel shut down, and you think, I've put all this work into this and you can just suddenly take all that away. So if I've got all my videos on my website and that's just mine, the only person who's going to shut that down is me, and I'm not going to do that. So that seems to be a better way of doing things. If I can have my videos on my website and on Vimeo, then I've kind of stopped that from being a possibility. So that's one of the problems I've got with YouTube. But another one is that there just seems to be a panic every year about something. I mean, this year it was copper, last year it was Article 13, and I'm sure I've got recollections of other things before that. I just think this is every year this is happening, that YouTube just seem to deal with things so badly and are quite willing to throw creators under the bus at a drop of a hat, despite they're the ones that are making them the money. And yeah, it's just not good. You don't feel valued at all by YouTube, and they're not bothered. They're bothered about some of the big hitters, and that's about it. They couldn't care less, despite the fact that some of these smaller channels could come through and eventually become big hitters, but they don't seem too fussed about that. And the thing is with all this panic is that people have put a lot of work into their channels, and the thought of just losing all that is not a pleasant thought, really. And in many cases of people, it's YouTube's people's livelihoods. Without that, they're not making any money. I know, like some of the channels that I watch, without YouTube, that's it, they haven't got a job. And to be going through that sort of panic every single year, I could do without it, really. But it's not good. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not clever. And yeah, so I'm not really sad to be leaving the YouTube part of the deal, but I am sad still, because I've met a lot of good people on YouTube. I've met some good friends, and I'm going to miss that, really. Being able to put up videos and chat with people. Yeah, that's the sad part of it. That's not to say that I won't still comment on your videos. If you're one of my tip-top buddies, you're going to be in there still. I'll still pop along and watch your videos. I'm not going to stop doing that. But yeah, I'll miss that. But I'm going to be on Vimeo, so if you do fancy popping across and having a look, then you're very welcome. Although things won't move along yet, because I'll explain what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is go back to the start of all my videos on YouTube and re-edit them for a Vimeo audience, because it's a slightly different audience. So I'm going to re-edit those right back to the start of all my videos. So I've got 2 years worth of videos to put on, and it's going to take me 2 years to get them back on, due to you only being able to upload so much every week. Things are different on Vimeo. But because I'll just be re-editing the videos and not creating them from scratch, that's what gives me the time to be able to do all of that learning at the same time. So I'll be re-editing them, putting them onto Vimeo, putting them onto my website to avoid that thing of losing everything at some point. And then after those sort of 2 years, when everything's finally back on there, I've kept all the footage from all the paintings that I'm doing at the moment, and so I'll be able to create new videos then that will continue the process. And yeah, that's my plan. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you some little clips from the channel over the years, and I'll show you some of my paintings again, mainly because it's the last video. Should really clean my glasses in, shouldn't I, before I have a little tear. Okay, yeah, let's watch some clips. Welcome to the first of my time-lapse videos that shows the painting process behind my latest painting. It's called The Insidious Whisper. I took one photo every 30 seconds, so in total there's about 16,000 photos covering 250 hours of work. So this, along with the last video, was my entry into Dina Tollefson's Silver Beard Art Challenge. I think that's what it was called. And like I said in the last video, this is the silver and I've got the beard. Sadly you can't see it at the minute because I'm just a voice. Thanks a lot, you two. Where would we be without black and white? I mean, just look at the texture of that tree. What? There's definitely something here. Sure it came from over here. What is this? Oh no, Mary. What have they done to you, Mary? That's it. Just a little dab there. Oh, hello. Ghost Cow and I are painting a picture, aren't we? We're painting a picture of a rainbow. And we're using lovely, bright, vibrant colours. Are you enjoying it, Ghost Cow? Let's have a look then. How are we doing? Oh, I think we've finished. Would you like to show everybody at home what you've done? Okay then, let's show everybody. Oh dear, that is unpleasant. Right, Leon, get out there in front of the camera.
But Mrs. Dentist, I don't
Nope,
want to...
I did it last week and they jumped out at me and I did a little piece of poo in my undercrackers. It's your turn. Go on, get out there.
No, don't make me go.
Go on, be brave, little fella. You can do it. Go on, stay there. Keep an eye out for him. It's strangely silent in here, Leon. Do you know what? I think we're alright, you know. I think we've survived.
Hooray!
It's a nice end to the week, isn't
We're
it?
safe. Hey!
Ah, that's... Thank you very much for supporting my channel. I can't say how much it's meant to me, really. I mean, I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't have stuck it out this long without your support. There's been some times where I've felt a bit beaten down by it all, but then somebody's commented and it's lifted me. I've had some definite lifts from people over the time that I've been on here. Yeah. I know at one point I was right at the very start, before I started doing it sort of every week, I was doing the odd video, but then sort of Larry Williams sort of discovered me and encouraged me to do it weekly, to actually put in the time and carry on. So thank you very much, Larry. And there's other people who've just supported me so much over this time, and you know who you are. I won't mention any more names because I don't want to miss anybody out, but there are lots of people who've supported me throughout this. It's meant a lot to me to have your support. yeah, it'd be a sad and lonely place without you. So that's it. Thank you very much again. Can't say how much I appreciate it. I don't know how to finish. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave, but I've got to. Yeah, I think now's the time to make a move and to do something different for the reasons stated before. Okay, so thank you again so much, and I hope you have a great weekend and a great year and a great career with your channels. Okay, so I'm David Denton, and you've been watching David Denton Art.
They gape at your beauty. You drift out of pristine Dutch harbours, glinting in the sunlight, like a cutthroat razor at the barbers. Clogboat rising through the water like a boat made out of a clog. Clogboat never sinking 'cause you're a huge block of wood. Clogboat, clogboat. People stand open mouthed as you glide past down Stainy canal, avoiding the trolleys to the theme music from High Chaparral. Clogboat rising through the water like a boat made out of a clog. Clogboat never sinking, you're a huge block of wood. Clogboat, clogboat. Grubby street urchins hurl glass bottles at your prow, wanting to destroy this magnificent footwear-based vessel. Rising through the water like a boat made out of a clog. Clogboat, never sinking 'cause you're a huge block of wood.